Okay. Can you guys see me now? Can you hear me now? How's it now? Is it good? We good now? Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. All right. Great. All right. So we are here. Sorry for the issues. Sorry for the wait. One Piece, 10-11. You know, we had our break, but you know we stayed busy during the break. We had the foreshadowing stream. That was a lot of fun. You know, we had a lot of people come through for that. Live action part 4 finally, you know, came out. I know a lot of people were waiting for that. You know, as we get a little further into everything, I'd love to see what people thought about that. But in the meantime, you know, I've had everybody waiting long enough, so I'm going to get right into it. And so we're gonna stop the looking at the chat here. Oh well, we did get one super chat. I'll check that out before we start.
Savage.
Randy having technical difficulties every stream really cements him as the goofy dad Detroit of the One Piece community. Yeah, guys, you know this all this streaming stuff is, you know, it's still new to me. I'm still I'm still learning, guys. I can make a video, I can make a movie, you know, but all of this stuff is new to me. Brandon King,
Savage.
Randy ate the chop fruit. Okay, but now that everything is good, we're gonna get into this, guys. We're gonna get into this. All right, you know how this goes. I'm gonna put the OST in my ear. I basically just go on YouTube and I just find like a One Piece OST. You know, there's a bunch of them. It's like, oh, epic One Piece things. You know, I pretty much just pick one and run with it. Yeah. All right. Cool. So I'm great. You know, we're at OnePieceChapters.com as usual. From this point forward, I'm not going to look at the chat until I'm done reading. But, you know, we'll talk about it as we go. I'm looking at the front page here. Okay. We made the cover of Jump once again. There we go. We got Brooke coming out of a magic genie lamp. All right. Okay. Moving on. Ooh, color spread. Love it. Is that a giant mermaid or just a giant? Yeah, it's probably just a giant, but that's interesting. Brooke is in some real certified drip right there. I like that. The numbered pants. I need that. Mars can start learning how to count by looking at the pants. Frankie's hair is great. It's difficult to think anything but pleasant thoughts while eating a soft serve. Yeah, ice cream dreams. What's Sanji's thing say? Candy bar? Okay. Let's see. The momentous showdown with the Emperors is really heating up. Enjoy the color spread. Okay. Page 1. Onko standards. Red bean paste. It's used to make oshiruko soup. Are we going to get some Tama action in this chapter? Alright, let's see here. Alright, so we got Kid and Killer. And they are, I guess, going at it with Big Mom. We've got almost a lightning bolt homie, maybe? Let's see. Alright. Next page, Big Mom's on the attack. Now let's see what you can do. Show me your power. Hera. Alright, bringing more of these Greek gods out. Yep, goddess in Greek mythology. Sister and wife of Zeus. So is this the new homie? It's like a lightning homie, but it's a female homie. We got lips on here. Fulgora, female personification of lightning in Roman mythology. Seismic thunder. All right. Next page, we got Zeus. Oh, because of that hit against Kid, the magnetism on the box holding Zeus broke. Alright. Can Law get Zeus to Nami before Zeus can go back to Big Mom? Let's see. Alright. Big Mom's in the castle now. Okay. All right. Then we got the we got the magnitude flow here from Law. If there are any community fans in the chat, pop. All right, getting everybody out of here. Next page, more Luffy versus Kaido coming up. Let's see. The greater the risk, the wider your smile. All right. They're on the offensive. I want to see my boy break this club. Okay, we got these Conquerors Hockey clashes going. All right, boom, boom, boom. Yep, and just as we thought, we're going to start up here for a little bit and transition down. All right. Castle interior, Kid and Killer's location. All right, looks like there's somewhere between the second and third floor. I like this development. I'm enjoying this. You know, I don't want Big Mom on the roof. I want her to start creating chaos elsewhere. That's more interesting. All right. Ooh. Hoo-hoo. Next page. Straw Sword. Hawkins. All right. This was not an expected development, and that's what I love. Where's this guy been, right? Apu had already sold us out. Defeat was inevitable. Resistance futile. I made the only choice possible. That's an interesting Hawkins transformation. Did he always have multiple legs when he transformed? Did we never see his legs? I mean, obviously the top part is still the same that we remember. So we're gonna get is Kid gonna go off on his own, and then we're gonna get Killer versus Hawkins. All right. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Likelihood of death for killer, 92%. Alright. My man's sounding like Capone over here. Killer, you're still relying on fortunes. Unlike you, we take matters into our own hands. Okay. Really developing my boy here. Killer's a savage. I'm here for it. Alright, second floor. Now this is what we want to see. Team Nami, Usopp, and Tama. Let's go. Alright. Alright. Come on. Let's get that dango in him. This is great. It's Nami and Usopp going at page 1 like this. Okay, they're on their way somewhere. Speed's feeding my dangos to a lot of bad guys. I should be able to take charge of them all once we reach the live floors stage. Alright. MVP right here. Big sis and uncle will protect you. Lethal Green Star, Flower of Fireworks, okay. Send page 1 flying a little bit, okay. Alright, what's Usopp about to do? Exploding pine cones. Alright, get ready for that in a video game, guys. Oh, he makes a... Oh, he strikes a victory pose. How do you like them apples? Oh, God. And even the explosion looks like a pine cone, in a way. That's fun. It's my favorite part of the chapter so far. Alright. Oh. Oh. It sucks we can't use a Kibi Dango on him just because he didn't eat a smile. Oh, to put that in there for me. Did they try, though? Did they try? That sounds like confirmation. Wow. Big Mom's really looking like Godzilla or something in this panel over here. Oh, this is dangerous here. Big Mom remembers Tama? Okay, alright. On the next page here. Can't bury the long nose or straw hats. Oh, Tama, what are you doing in a scary place like this? Not good. It's Mama's mothering mode. She sometimes gets like this around kids under 10. Ooh, what's about to happen here? Next page. It's just that Okabori Town is gone now. Everyone lied to protect the samurai and keep the raid a secret. The town was burnt to the ground because they said they ate all the stolen food. Oh, the tide's about to turn. This is what's going to turn Big Mom against Kaido? Oh god, is Big Mom going to take out page 1 here? No one would have seen that coming. Oh, this is... Alright, now I'm on the double page spread. Ooh. Big Mom. Got some certified hockey drip here. She hit page 1. Oh, man. Big Mom must be back there. Okay. Ulti appears. Wow. All right. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. All right, I'm gonna hop over, see what everybody's talking about here. Okay. Alright, okay. Let me see. Pop this chat out. Chat's going crazy. Today was payday, R.I.P. PayPay. TTBM. Yeah. See, I was so concerned with Kaido that I didn't think she could just tame Big Mom. It was foreshadowed. Lewis is right. Tama tamed a Yonko. This is just the wrong Yonko. Alright. Yeah, Chrissy said, I knew this would happen. I just thought it would be Chopper, not Tama, to bring her to the good side. Yeah. Tama tames Big Mom, people. We here. TTBM boys. Maxo says, out with the old, in with the new. Yep. R.I.P. TTK. This is great. It's still Thomas season. You're right, Ryo. We got a super chat from Maxo. Thank you.
Savage.
Think about what will happen when Big Mom learns about all the messed up stuff that's happened to Tama under Kaido's watch. Hashtag Tama tames Big Mom. Yeah. People have talked about, the idea of Big Mom shifting and becoming an ally and like being part of the downfall for Kaido in the first place is nothing new. And, you know, you go back to the everything that was set up with the amnesia plotline. And people thought that that was, you know, out of nowhere. People thought it was contrived. But, you know, if you've watched the Tama theory that I made, you'll know that identity in the first place is like a strong theme throughout Wano. And I laid it all out. And Big Mom really is just the most meta case of it, where she literally lost her identity. But I like the idea that she remembers what happened while she had amnesia. So, man, just Tama is just racking up W's. That's our future Straw Hat right there. You know? And I'll say that her percentages of becoming a Straw Hat just go up and up every chapter. Maddie Wolf 8, that's a W low key. Yeah. I said she would tame a Yonko. Oh, we got my guy Anthony in here. Let's go. Been waiting for this since she got fed. Lucy B. Big Mom Psyche is something else. Metal Tama for Nakama. Yeah, get ready for it, people. All right, Roger had 2 kids on his ship. Luffy's gonna have them too. It's what it is. It's just what it is. Oh man. Maxo said Tama was in a One Piece tie-in commercial recently. Yeah, I did see that. Just furthering the Tama for Nakama stuff. You know, it's just a few select Straw Hats and Tama. Like, come on. W's for Tama, the the 7th Yonko, yeah, or the 10th at this point. There's too many. Red X, Randy, don't you hate the Big Mom development this chapter? No, why would I? Brandon King, thank you for the super chat.
Savage.
Hashtag Wigwam. So I don't hate this. All right, I still feel like that Big Mom is going to be responsible for devastating things to come. I would prefer if that. I would prefer if, you know, she ended up doing something that hurts the Alliance. But, you know, I've said before that Big Mom is a possibility for how we beat Kaido in the first place, or how we get out of this, and all of that. But mostly I've said that she's going to be what carries us next to the next island. Now, with this development, you know, if I had to, there is a chance that she can flip back at some point, and, you know, she still has her issues with Luffy and everything like that, and I don't know if that necessarily is going to get healed from, you know, just Tama's relationship here. But there is the possibility that this is what makes Big Mom an ally, and she remains an ally. And but I don't want that. So I'm going to just sort of look at this for right now. I'm going to assume that this is a temporary thing. She's going to give us some. She's going to help the Alliance in several ways. You know, it was too rough for Nami and Usopp to take on Page One to begin with, which is why I said that, you know, if they tamed Page One and then Page One took out Ulti. But I still feel that Usopp is going to be the one to take out Ulti, because he always takes out the you know, the little girls, Sugar, Perona, so on and so forth. There's so many. We got some super chats here. Patrick Fowler.
Savage.
In the color spread, Luffy's on a bendy straw. I want to look at that. Let's see. Yep, sure is. That's our boy. All right. Super chat from Impacts. Thank you.
Savage.
At first, I was a bit against her joining. Now I'm intrigued in how Tama and Smoker's dynamic would be in the crew. Hashtag Morge Boys. Hashtag Morge Boys rise up. Hashtag Tama Tames Big Mom. So I don't believe that Smoker's going to join the crew. I know Morge is, gung-ho about that. I feel like Smoker's going to be an ally, but I think that his ideals will never allow him to call himself a pirate. But, who knows? The story can go anywhere. Hamza says, hashtag Vivi for Nakama. She already is Nakama, and she's coming back. AJ1218, Big Mom showing motherly instincts took me off guard. Yeah, but they specify under 10, and we did see some moments where when we saw some of the younger kids in Whole Cake, Big Mom was pretty sweet to them, unlike she was with, like Pudding or anything like that. So it's a possibility. We got a super chat from Wismisgri.
Savage.
Tama has the biggest balls in One Piece. In parentheses, Kibi Dangos. Yeah. No fear. Oh, man. Yeah. So yeah, it specifies, the mother mode is just for young children, because we saw, like, the older kids, she didn't really care much about. It was basically you get to a certain age, you need to, like, play your role. And anytime she talked to the other kids, it was mostly, like, orders or, like, hey, go and do this, do that, oh, good job, or whatever. But, she'd slap Pudding around because she wasn't, awakening her third eye yet. But those little kids that had the balloons and all that, she was nice to them. There was that, like, little Fonz kid that was on the little motorbike or whatever. Yeah. So I guess it makes sense. And if you go back to Big Mom's flashback and, being with the little kids and stuff with Mother Carmel, it makes sense. I can get around it. It's not a, it's not a stretch for me. Chrissy said, BME, Big Mom energy. I'm here for it. BME through the roof. Hunter Darling, Tama will have Conquerors in two-piece. Yeah, I'm ready for two-piece. Just follow the adventures of Momo and Tama. Tama being the main character, though. That's what I'm here for. Let's see what else we're talking about here. But let's not forget Usopp. Usopp had a great moment. He had a great moment this chapter. Impacts. Who did Oda give more screen time? Tama or Yamato? The decision is already made, guys. At least Yamato's not chewing on grass right now. Yes. No grass eaters on the crew. Loggy Doggy, Tama's the next owner of the Straw Hat, passed down by Luffy. Yeah, I mean, we've seen it. The only people that have worn the hat and the crew are Nami and Tama, and then Robin by forcefully taking it. Alright, so let's run through the chapter again. Let's see if we pick up on anything that we may have missed. So, you know, it was a very, most of the chapter was very kid and killer centric, you know, especially at the beginning. You know, the stuff with Luffy and Kaido was, it's there. You know, blows exchanged. You know, that's it. Then we get Killer versus Hawkins. You know, like I didn't necessarily see that coming, but at the same time, you know, it I guess based on their alliance, you know, it works. I don't know how Killer can beat Hawkins, though. But, you know, we'll see. Maybe his sound waves can pierce Hawkins' body. We got a super chat here. My guy Walter Cooper, $20. Thank you.
Savage.
Big Mom will have to look in the mirror sooner or later. And that's when she may back down from the Straw Hat Pirates. Maybe Elbaf is her redemption arc. Yeah. We're going to need that moment. You know, that moment of realization when she, you know, comes to terms with everything that happened in her past. You know, it would be interesting if it's something that, you know, she ended up remembering over time. And it's something that plagued her and, you know, made her a monster while she was part of Rocks. And then when Pudding was born and Pudding had the memo fruit, maybe, you know, she made Pudding lock away those memories also. You know, I really feel like Pudding is going to be the key to getting those memories back, whether or not Pudding took them out of her or whatever. You know, if it's, you know, there are some strange resemblances to the Big Mom kids and the CP0 members that are unknown. You know, so there's the potential that some got away and were not eaten by Big Mom. You know, we did talk about that in one of the videos. One of the I think it was 903, not 903, 1003, when CP0 came back. You know, a couple of them really look like those kids. So that's a possibility. And with CP0 there, you know, there's potential for Big Mom to run into them. And maybe they jog this whole thing with Mother Karma, which, you know, if that's the case, that's going to send Big Mom on into a rage, right? Probably like, you know, some hunger pangs thing. And if we get that, you know, we get Big Mom losing her mind and all of that, that's going to be devastating. You know, we might have her on our side for now. But if, you know, her mental state, her psyche is not intact. So if something can flip that or anything and we have some sort of Mother Carmel moment, something bad could happen. Yeah. But she's got to play a role in Elbaf. It's too foreshadowed. Bweezy Bird, thank you.
Savage.
Funny, the two most worrisome things people had in this arc, Tama taming Zoans and Big Mom amnesia, are taken out in the same chapter. Yeah. I mean, the confirmation that Usopp gives is pretty lackluster. I would have rathered a scene where he shoots the dango into Page One's mouth and, like, it just doesn't work. Like, I would rather have seen it rather than be told it. You know, that's what I wanted. I wanted them to at least try. Whether it worked or not, I wanted them to try. And we didn't get that. We didn't get that attempt. I don't see Big Mom getting more amnesia, though. So, but, you know, here's the payoff for the amnesia. Tama taming Big Mom. Lucy B, is it just me or is Hawkins in general just weird? No, he's a little weird. It's not just you. Reese is like, we're TTBM now. TTK's reign is over. Yeah, TTBM boys activate. Should have just been TTY from the start. Tama Tames Yonkos. Let's see. We got a super chat from Salsa Consosa.
Savage.
Hey, Randy, love the content. Shout out to the family. Thank you. Do you have any thoughts on what could take Big Mom away from Wano? My guesses are on Pudding's awakening so that she could hunt for the One Piece. So, thoughts on what could take Big Mom away from Wano would be she finds out where the poneglyph is, thus making it so that she doesn't need anything from Kaido anymore, so she can just grab Parasparrow and leave. She steals a bunch of souls and just runs off. She realizes that the alliance that she has with Kaido is a falling ship, you know. I guess pun intended with her falling ship off the waterfall. She's not leaving without something devastating, though. So I think we're gonna get another Hunger Pangs Big Mom, or Psyche Big Mom, and she's gonna kill someone that means something. I feel like that's the only way to make her whole arc work. Is if she really does something devastating. She kills someone, she takes the soul from someone, something has to happen. I still feel she's the Kuma of this arc, in a reference to Thriller Bark, and Kaido's just the Moria. He's going to get taken out, but Big Mom's still going to be an issue. But Parasparrow is here, so if she does start losing her mind again, Parasparrow can lie to her and get her off the island. That's another way. Nonky, hey, finally made it live. Randy, love your content. Thank you. Happy to have you here. Hood Spirit. Tom is afraid of what happens to her once she gives her final order. Queen will know. Yeah. So that I'm expecting a Queen and Tama confrontation, right? Because Queen has been slowly putting the pieces together even before we were revealed that Tama was on Onigashima. He had the call with Babanuki, then he started thinking about things, and a lot of the time when we've seen Queen, he starts like saying like, do they have someone that can, tame people, essentially? So he's onto this. So I feel like there needs to be some sort of a resolution with that. And if that's the case, since we've already had an established Big Mom versus Queen fight, maybe we get part 2. If Queen does try to do something against Tama. That might happen. We might get Queen versus Big Mom part 2. Pedro6720 said Hawkins was cool in Sabaody. Yeah, that was before we knew he was, a turncoat. Bitch made. Adam Nash. Thank you.
Savage.
Hey Randy, love the content. Wondering what you think about Kaido's comment about Luffy's smile. Is he implying he's getting closer to death like others? So let's see. Let's analyze this page, right? Let me find it. Okay. Looks like you're enjoying this fight. The greater the risk, the wider your smile. And the wider your smile... basically, Kaido... This is something that I don't think many people really need to read into. Kaido's basically just trying to hype himself up. And, maybe this will be something that'll, work better when the official comes out or something like that. But I see this as nothing more than Kaido trying to intimidate Luffy, by saying that he is the greater risk, So he's either doing that or he's complimenting Luffy by acknowledging him as a good opponent. So it's one of those things, and we'll have to see two different translations to understand. But it's either going to be that he's complimenting Luffy, or he's trying to say that if I had to finish the sentence, the greater the risk, the wider your smile, and the wider your smile, the closer you are to death, or something like that. Makes sense, yeah, because you're going up against me, Kaido. Let's see. Red Phoenix, who's going to be a big deal? Well, you saw him on that color spread. He took up a huge corner of it, so I feel the same way. I need more of Who's Who versus Jinbei. I want to know. Let's see. AJ1218, what's the over-under on Killer dying? Well, according to Hawkins, 92%. But, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, if Killer died, okay, he has enough development as a character to die. If he died, it would be impactful. But at the same time, me personally, I'd rather see Kid die. His killer's already been infected with the smile. We'd get to see him not being able to emote. I just think that would be stronger. And it would be interesting too, if at some point Kid did die. Because then we would see the rise of a vice captain take over a prominent crew. I don't know. That's just how I feel about that. But with all of the focus that Killer's had and everything like that, it would hit hard. I think his chances are pretty high, but they're not higher than like Hyogoro or Kinemon or Denjiro. Yeah. Everybody's saying, where's my boy Sanji? Where is my boy Sanji? Let's see. Patrick Fowler, thank you.
Savage.
What if CP0 is the Kuma of this arc? Interesting. Okay. The threat none of the characters knew about. Zoro fights them during confrontation with Orochi, and CP0 retreats. I'm here for it. That's cool. So if we think about it in that perspective, right? We go back to Thriller Bark. Kuma shows up. None of the crew know that he's there, except for Nami. Nami's the first one to know that he's there, and then it sort of just becomes this thing in the background as they take on ores. So from that perspective, I would feel like one of the Straw Hats would have to find out CP0 was here ahead of time for them to become the threat, for it to kind of go in the background. I'd like it to be Sanji, using his invisibility, hear a conversation about the Reverie. We're still Team Sanji versus Paraspero over here, though. I need that. But we need more with CP0 either way. And if that's the case, I'm not going to be mad at it. At the end of the day, whoever is the real threat doesn't necessarily matter to me as long as there is a bigger threat than Kaido at the end. And from a narrative standpoint, there needs to be, because that's what propels us to the next arc. If it's Big Mom, then there are so many ways for her to do something that takes us to Elbaf or the next island or chases after her. Whether she takes souls, whether she kills someone, something like that. She finds the poneglyph, takes it, and then they have to go after Big Mom to get that poneglyph. There's a lot of stuff that could happen if Big Mom is the agent for that move. CP0 ties more into the Revolutionary Army. They're here for the world, for the Celestial Dragons. They're here because of Vegapunk. There's something that could tie into Vegapunk here. The Revolutionary Army is after the weapons. The weapons are being manufactured on Wano. I would love, when we finally get that act break, that there's something that lets us know that maybe the Revolutionary Army has been there the whole time. Maybe they're on Wano right now dismantling the factories and things like that, and they'll play a role when Onigashima lands, something like that. I just wouldn't put it past Oda for that to be the reason why there are these Reverie act breaks in the first place, is because he doesn't want us to know about these things that are coming ahead of time. If someone said, hey, if Dragon or Sabo or someone else said, hey, we're going to Wano, every single chapter, every single thing, we'd be saying, when is the Revolutionary Army going to show up? And it would be the only thing that we talk about. But if Oda uses the act breaks, right, and then shows us that, and then the following chapter we see that they've been there, or that they're on their way, or something like that, then it's justified. And then they can go after CP0 because that's their whole thing. Justin O'Malley, Prometheus was like, make me a girlfriend. That's what it does seem like, right? Prometheus wanted a favor. And then out of nowhere, here comes this homie with lipstick. So yeah. I didn't think about that, but that's great. Conrad Haywood. You think the choice of words in the tragedy of Hitokiri Kamazo is intentional, signing in the end of Act 3? Well, I don't want to look too much into this idea of, the tragedy, and everything like that, because that's, yes, if we look at standard kabuki theater and all of that, Act 3 ends in tragedy and all that, but that's community headcanon, just the idea of the word tragedy is just something that has been, put into our minds by content creators like myself. So this is, I can't see Hawkins being the one that kills Killer, If he is, then that sets up Hawkins on a whole different path in the story. One that likely lacks redemption. But if Killer's going to die, it's going to be by someone more meaningful. Because think about it. If Hawkins actually kills Killer, that puts him on this pedestal of wow, this dude is legit. He's a serious threat. He's you know, at that point he would actually have more bodies than Kaido, you know, as far as this war is concerned. So I don't see that. Killer's gonna die. It's gonna be by Big Mom, or it's gonna be by Kaido. Hawkins' role is to turncoat once again and use that card that he told us about in the chapter that he appeared in, all the way, you know, I don't know, it was like 913, 914, somewhere around there, 912, somewhere in that area. And he said, I have he basically said, I have a wild card that will boost the power of the user. And I feel like he can transfer that, and he can give Luffy like an attack boost similar to Nightmare Luffy. And I see like that probably being a way for Luffy to get a final blow in. You know, and that'll come from him reading the cards and, you know, the heart of the cards and setting his final trap card. I don't see much coming from this Killer versus Hawkins thing. I don't see much coming from it. It's going to get interrupted at some point. Loggy Doggy, we need more Goldblum impersonations. You know, Tama, she tamed Big Mom. We were over here. We thought it was going to be Kaido, but no, it's actually Big Mom. You look at one thing, then you look at the other, and oh man, ooh. Yeah. But my favorite person to impersonate is Christopher Walken, though. How many people is Tama gonna tame? She tamed Big Mom. She didn't tame Kaido. I don't know. Is that an L? Did I finally take one? Goldblum's the lurking legend. Yeah. Camel Boy 321. Where's Drake? That's a big question, right? And I need Law and Drake to meet up to feed the agenda. Let's see. Reese, I love the panel of Sanji fighting Shiryu this chapter. Yeah, it was great. Let's see. Way out of your face. Thoughts on Laughtail being inside a whale theory? Lots of foreshadowing. I'm not familiar with this theory. I'd have to read it or see whatever video you're talking about. Sergey, 1500, thank you.
Savage.
Should we expect a Kid, Big Mom, Ulti, Nami, 4-way Mexican showdown? Interesting, but don't forget that Usopp's in the picture, and Usopp will be the one to actually take out Ulti. That's a hill that I'm standing on very tall, because there's every Usopp has fought nothing but women basically, so it just makes sense to me. I mean, we could get a Mexican showdown like that, but I still feel like Usopp's going to be the one to take out Ulti. Then we got Don Quixote D Joker saying Tama is trash. You're in the wrong live stream, man. We like Tama over here. All right. We ain't about that hate. That's a future Straw Hat you're talking about.
Savage.
I'm seeing everybody reacting to the impressions now. Ryo said it sounded like Joker Goldblum. Hi, you want to know how I got these scars? Yeah. Let's see. Patrick Fowler again, thank you.
Savage.
Could Tama have Conqueror's Haki? Color of the Conqueror Kibi Dangos. Well, I mean, that's one way to tame a Zoan, right? I'm here for any Tama development, you know. And I've said this before, you know, I mean, like, look, we're all here for the same thing. We all like One Piece. We all probably indulge in other anime and manga, right? And how notorious is it that the kid characters are just trash? That they really do suck. They're whiny, they need to be saved, this, that, and the third. You know, this is why people didn't like Momonosuke when he was riding initially. He's growing into himself and he's becoming a better character, right? But Tama, right out of the gate, was like an interesting character. One of the first child characters that was like, you know what? I immediately have an attachment to this person based on the Ace flashback. The interactions with Luffy are written well. There's more to this character than meets the eye. Oda is setting something up here, right? And it's just like, and I don't mind it. If this child joins the crew, it's going to be fine. Because as you can see, this child can hold her own. And as we've seen in the story, not only in just color spreads, but actually in the story, Ruskaina, anywhere, the woods of, you know, Fuchsia Village and the Goa Kingdom, right? There are massive beasts that can be tamed anywhere that they go. So Tama will have no shortage of beasts to tame and use in fights, all right? Is she going to be very useful against Blackbeard or anything like that? No. Maybe not, but, you know, there are roles to be played. Just as I'm sure there were roles to be played for Shanks and Buggy as they were riding along with Roger. So, that's it. And it just makes sense. You want to train the next generation, right? Shanks didn't want to do it, but Luffy isn't Shanks, so he'll go ahead and do it. Daniel A.N. Yo, Randy. Yo, Daniel. Let's see. Yeah. Atomic Ambition. Thomas goated. Yeah. Look, if I did a tier list right now, you know Tom is going in the GOAT spot, right at the top. A, B, C, X, Y, Z. At least Randy was 50% right. Yeah, I'll take that half W. I'll take it. I'll take it. Another one. Or should it just be another without the one? Maxo, super chat, thank you.
Savage.
Tama has extra familiar inherited will from Ace 2. If we look at the patterns set in the Ace Sabo Luffy arc, she has a ton of promise. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't bring that up, but I mean, there's the obvious connection to Ace and like Ace's promise and the will that Luffy has, and like, you know, the obligation to continue that. You know, it's been years since Ace made that promise. She's been working towards things. There's room to grow. There's a lot of promise there. She's gonna be great. Loggy Doggy, can Tama tame Sea Kings? I mean, I wouldn't put it past it. They're animals, right? So... Jose Tavares. Tama can tame Doc Q's horse. Jose spitting.
Savage.
Yeah. When Tama joins and they're fighting Blackbeard, that's what's happening. Tama's taming Doc Q's horse while Chopper takes on Doc Q. Whew! That's going to be great. That's going to be great. Chin wants his 10-12 spoilers. Alright, so let's think about it. Let's think. Stronger for Nakama, yep. Alekos, Randy with a V tonight. Tama can tame Sengoku's goat. Tama can tame every animal in the series. We here for it. Tama tames Funkfried. That'd be great. You know, they go up against CP9, they run into Spandam again, and then Funkfried is like actually useful, so that would work. Helen B, thank you.
Savage.
Yo, Mr. Savage. Totally unrelated, but man, I want to audition for Luffy's role. Have studied him since I was a kid, but no acting skills. Any tips? That's tough, man. That's tough. So I'm sure that the auditioning and all that stuff either already took place or is happening right now. And no matter what, they're gonna go for someone that like not only has some acting chops, but probably has the the potential to some sort of aptitude towards fighting skills and movement, looseness. You know, gymnastics background probably wouldn't be a bad idea, but it doesn't necessarily matter because you're gonna get a stunt guy anyway. But no acting skills. You know, that I would say if you really want to pursue acting and everything like that, you know, take some classes, try and, you know, set yourself up with some local theater, things like that. Look for local castings in your country, anything like that. And you know, I don't know if this is gonna, you know, pan out because it's already happening, but you know, hey, you get yourself a visa to work in South Africa where they're filming, and you know, maybe you can be a extra or something. I don't know, but that's things. All right. Pedro 6720. There's no spoilers for 10-12 yet, right? Just a meme. Chin was referring to that people come here for the early spoilers. So, and last week I did say that we were going to stay on the rooftop for a little bit and then go back downstairs. That was about as right as I was, I think. Can't remember what else I said. We're definitely getting... I still feel we're going to get a Kaido flashback soon, though. Very motivated, thank you.
savage,
All of Tama's potential is there, and a place with the crew is the best place to hone all of those skills. She's clever and loyal with a strong heart. Yeah. She's just going to waste away if she stays on Wano. You know? I mean, Luffy's going to make it so that there's food for everybody and that there's prosperity and all of that, but she's just better off hanging out with the crew. She's going to learn way more about the world, about fighting, different things like that, you know? She can get some tips from Shinobu before she leaves. Let's see. Giovanni Velez, Randy, who's going to teach the Straw Hat Pirates hockey? That's what I want to know, because these guys needed hockey before they go up against anybody else. I've said it so many times. Reese, I gotta leave. It's been a fun stream as always. Love the impressions. We'll watch the rest later. Best to Mars and Chrissy. See you, everyone. Later, Reese. Thanks for stopping by. Loggy Doggy.
savage,
Tama tames Zunisha. Does it listen to Momo or Tama? We talked about that in the Tama Theory video. I said, you know, hey, what if Tama gives Zunisha a dango? I mean, I think in that scenario, it would probably listen to Tama, right? But then, you know, it depends. If Momo's an ancient weapon, does that trump it? You know, all this stuff that you're getting into some. You're asking the real questions. You're asking the real questions. Kagemusha. Tama's basically the lurking legend Oda mentioned. Yes. Everin 12. Thoughts on Usopp getting Conqueror's Haki? Oh, he's totally going to get Conqueror's Haki. And it's going to be funny. It's going to be hilarious. Because he's going to break it out at, like, this crazy moment. You know, we already know that Usopp's got this great ambition. You know, he wants to be a brave warrior of the sea. He wanted to be his own captain. He has ambition. He wants to be the best at something. And I think that the moment that he gets himself conquerors is the moment that he'll actually be able to call himself a brave warrior of the sea, probably. So it might be something that happens to him in Elbaf. Giovanni, Randy, next week an impression stream. Nothing but you doing impressions. Well, I do have quite a few. I do have a bunch in my arsenal. Impressions are very fun to me. I enjoy doing them. Yeah, we throw some One Piece impressions there. JD Legend kind of has that market cornered, but you know, I could throw some out there too. Oh man, I can do a pretty good Moria. But I think I'd want to hear it before I started doing it. Let's see. Maxa, it would be cool for a stream centered around other anime you've read and watched. I know you mentioned Hunter x Hunter last week. Yeah, I'm caught up on Hunter. A lot of the new stuff isn't. We got. I pretty much just focus on One Piece now, though. I dropped My Hero, but you know, maybe I'll pick it up at some point. Got my guy I'm the King in the chat. He wants to hear Christopher Walken trying to be the Pirate King, please. I'm gonna be king of the pirates. I'm gonna make it to Laftel. To sail the ship. Gather a crew, maybe 10 people. Especially I want a musician.
there's no way to do this without music, you know. So we'll go ahead. We'll get them. We'll figure it out. We'll get the crew together. We'll play a little pink sake. We'll have some fun. Yeah. Kaisuku oni ori wa naru.
How was that, Zach? Super chat. PK, thank you.
Savage.
Brooke, Robin, and Sanji will manipulate the Mary's audio systems. Mr. Prince will use his stealth to expose CP0's conversation. CP0 equals Carmel's orphans who witnessed Olin eat Carmel, etc. Big Mom will hear this. That'd be fun. Yeah. You know, I'm already, you know, kind of feeling like those guys are the orphans that didn't get eaten. And we know that the system is there. We know that Sanji already has a 4D chess thing going on with them, so there might be a way to manipulate that. I think you're onto something there. I'm reading everybody reacting to the walk-in stuff. Mars right now wondering who all these strange men in his house are. Oh yeah, I use all of these voices, makes him laugh. Dale Valerian, do you think the uncle and aunt part is foreshadowing of Tama being in the crew? Look, guys. Tama's joining. Get with it or get lost. So yes, everything is foreshadowing. Someone said Christopher Walken for Whoop Slap. He'd make a pretty good Crocus, I guess.
Be careful. Somebody might get hurt. Me.
Drive-by uppercut. Thoughts on Vagabond and or Berserk? I've never read or watched them. Bozo D. Shanks. Do you think there's a possibility of Sanji fighting King? Not really. It's going to be Sanji versus Perospero. Or Queen, maybe Jack. Brandon King asking me to do a Jim Carrey impression. I don't have one. But he doesn't really have that unique of a voice except for when he's doing stuff like, you know, like The Mask and all that. It would be those like exaggerated stuff. Don Quixote D. Joker. Enough with the Tama hate, man. Tama is okay, so first of all, Tama is not Straw Hat worthy. Okay. Tama has literally worn the Straw Hat. So she is worthy of the hat. Yeah. So, what'd you guys think of live action part 4? For those of you who've seen it, did you guys like the picks that we did? You know, was that fun, guys? Kagemusha. Imagine reading stopping reading One Piece because Tama joining. Oh God. Then they were reading the wrong story to begin with. Doesn't matter. Maxo liked Hero Look. That's great. Chin said part 4 was a masterpiece. Loggy Doggy loved it. Need more though. BB Dean Pelton as Bon Clay was perfect. Yep. Hashtag Jim Rash for Bon Clay. Soft Egg said, ignore that Joker dude. He just keep going around streams trolling everybody. Yeah, but the thing is I'm a troll too. So, like, if a troll comes in here, you know, and they're not paying the toll, then you're going to get trolled also. Come on. Bam.
Savage.
Case in Space, live action part 4 was lit. Thank you. Thank you. Jim Rash is a top tier pick. Patrick Fowler. I would love to see that. You know, he's a little older for the role, but like I need it. Very motivated. I'm ruined. If Bill Nye isn't Hero Look, I'm done. Yeah, I saw your comment about that too, and you know, and it's like I never thought of Bill Nye for the role until I watched the movie About Time a couple of months ago, and I recommend that movie. It was a really good movie, a lot of fun, and he was pitch perfect in it. And by the end of it, I was just like, you know what, this dude's Hero Look. Bweezy Bird said, people that read spoilers have dropped the series because they thought Big Mom got amnesia. Really? What did the spoilers say? Bweezy, what did they say exactly that made people get all mad? Ryo, gotta head out. Take care, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Conrad Haywood, as a resident Bellamy simp and a fan of Atlanta, I really like your Lakeith Stanfield pick. Yeah, you know, and I'm cool with either of my picks. You know, Jimmy Tatro or Lakeith Stanfield. You know, it's like one of those picks. You know, was basically like, obviously Jimmy Tatro is like the embodiment of what people think Bellamy is. You know, just this bro frat boy, like, I want to punch this guy. But Lakeith could bring, you know, not only that, but then the nuance that has the acting transition into Dressrosa and beyond, because Bellamy's coming back. You know, he took the Beaver card. He's part of the Grand Fleet, whether you like it or not. Bozo D. Shanks, more theory videos. Which of my theories would make a good video? Because I mostly talk about all of them in the streams and, like, you know. But if I needed to go harder on a particular theory that I've already talked about, what do you guys think? Pavel Estrada, who better than Tama to understand Linlin? Both are orphans. Yep, they're both orphans. Yep. Bweezy, the spoilers just had an image of Big Mom being friendly with Otama. Yep. Lucy B said, well, people are always so quick to judge without reading the chapter, dropping the series. Come on. Yeah. You know, it's like I even suggested the idea of TTK and anything like that. And people are like, oh, if that happens, I'm going to drop the series. It's like, all right, if you're so quick to drop the series, do you even like One Piece? Like, why are you reading, bro? Come on. Like, what are you doing? There's so much happening in the background in the world and all this other stuff that you're gonna get strung up on an 8-year-old character. No. But, you know, I could see a lot of the Big Mom haters and all this stuff going in and just saying, yeah, Big Mom's trash, you know, like, here she is, she's listening to Tama now, and Big Mom, she's supposed to be an emperor, she should be a threat. And then that's the same people that are thinking about the story from a weekly lens instead of at least a volume lens, but more specifically an arc lens. And then if you really want to get big brain, you know, like those memes and the you know, you got to think about it series long, and it's like there's so much that's building up. There's so much stuff that's happening. There's so much stuff that's going on, and you get hung up on this one little thing without letting Oda flesh it out. And then, but the thing is, the same thing happens all the time, right? People had complaints with Whole Cake Island. Those same people that had complaints with Whole Cake Island now look back at it now that it's done and say, you know what, Whole Cake Island was underrated. And it's the same thing with a lot of arcs. People had issues with Thriller Bark when it was weekly. I mean, I kind of did myself. I thought it was a little slow. But, you know, you look back and you understand what Oda was doing now. He was setting up pieces for where we are right now. We all knew it was a setup arc to begin with then, too. But it was like, you just have to let it happen. You have to let it breathe, you know. And we can analyze this week by week, of course. That's what we're doing here. You know, not to get hypocritical. You know, I'm saying don't analyze it weekly. But I literally, like, now on YouTube do exactly that. But I'm also trying to think about it from, you know, this sort of futuristic perspective. Like, can we think about this, you know, 2, 3, 5 chapters from now? What's going to happen? What's in it? What is this one? What could this one thing turn into? Where can we speculate here? Where can we go? You know, and I think we're gonna. I think with 10-12, I think, you know, with the way that it ended on the ulti cliffhanger, I think we're gonna get some ulti action in 10-12. Definitely gonna follow that up. She's gonna have something to say about this page 1 stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if page 1 is actually out, you know, and completely knocked out by Big Mom, and just done for the rest of the arc. It would be interesting to see Ulti, like, try and attack Big Mom, you know, for the love of her Pepe. But ultimately, I still want Usopp to be the one to take her out. There's going to be an interesting dynamic here, and, you know, and I liked... you know, someone brought up earlier the Mexican standoff. You know, like, Kid is on his way there to take on Big Mom, right? But now the tide is kind of shifting to where the Straw Hats may be able to utilize Big Mom. So Kid is going to get in the way of that and kind of mess things up if that's the case. And then they're going to have to try and explain to Kid, like, hey, you know, like, I don't know what's going on here, but she's actually, like, helping us right now. But Kid is either going to be too headstrong to understand that, or he's gonna, I mean, based on what he did in 10-10, maybe he'll go along with it. Yeah, it's kind of tough. I don't expect to see any more of Killer and Hawkins for a bit. Love to see an update on Sanji. We still need Jinbei versus Who's Who. I think we're at the same sort of area we were around 1002 and 1003, where we're going to have a couple more chapters where we're just going to focus on other stuff. We know that Luffy and Kaido are fighting up top. We'll come back to that later. So now's the opportunity for Jinbei to get some shine. If that reverse Straw Hats and Sabaody thing is true, right, we should get a Nami-focused chapter. Because Nami would be next. I don't necessarily buy into it, but if we get a chapter that's titled like Cat Burglar or something, then sure. But I'm just so curious about Who's Who. I want to know more about him. I want more stuff with CP0. I want to see what Parasparrow's up to, what Marco's up to. But yeah. So if I had to guess, I'd say yeah, we're gonna follow this ulti stuff some more, but we are gonna transition to one or two other places, and that's either going to be an update on Parasparrow, because it'll sort of bounce and mirror off of Big Mom, because Oda's probably going to want to tie those two together to understand what's going on there. And then, which may give us some Sanji stuff. I don't know. I just want Sanji stuff. Got some super chats. Thank you. Gabriel Cepeda, thank you.
Savage.
What's up with Giant Nami and the color spread? P.S. Are you watching Mortal Kombat? I know that Mortal Kombat dropped, and I'm definitely going to check it out, because I want to see, everybody's second favorite Zoro pick, Louis Tan, now that people are on the Mackenyu train. Mackenyu, however you say it. But I do want to check it out. I'm just disappointed because I know that Johnny Cage isn't in it. Johnny Cage is the best Mortal Kombat character. I'm going to take a look at that color spread in a second. We got another super chat here from Enigma Sword. Thank you.
Savage.
OP chapter 1011, official title page. Page 1 dies. Yeah. Let's see. Let's look at this color spread. Is that supposed to be Nami? I guess it kind of is. It's kind of the same hair. I didn't look at that as if it was Nami. Nami gets smoothies fruit confirmed, right? I don't think that that's Nami. But Nami also isn't anywhere else in the spread. I don't know. I wouldn't read too deep into it, guys. I'm looking back at the chat now at everything everybody was saying. Yeah, you read 1,000 chapters and then you're going to drop it over one plot point. Come on. That's the other thing, too. People get mad at spoilers, and it's like, you didn't even read the chapter. You don't see the context of anything and all this stuff. It's not... That's why I don't read spoilers. I want to see everything the way that it actually is supposed to be. Let's see. Bionzo. I have a better pick for Mihawk. Luke Evans. Yeah, we talked about Mihawk in the... we talked about Luke Evans as, you know, that's a lot of people's picks. I still stand by... Gabriel Luna. Yeah. Oh, man. Everin. You should watch a video discussing the cycle every arc goes through as a weekly reader. Mainly the hate is due to being unable to control the pacing, unlike binging. Whole Cake is really good if you binge. Yeah, so is Dressrosa. Especially on one pace. You know, it's like that's the thing. And then a lot of people have also caught up recently. There's a lot of recent fans. You know? So they're just starting to get used to the idea of reading weekly. Anybody that's ready to drop the series this fast, like, you probably like caught up during the pandemic and that's it. You know, there's a lot of people in here that have been here for years. We know what waiting, you know, during these weeks are, and, you know, we know what Golden Week is too. We're sitting here, you know, that's coming up. We got to wait for Golden Week. AJ1218, my guy talking about his service. Thank you for your service. Wheezy Bird, fun fact, 1014 is the last chapter of the next volume, volume 100. So in that case, I would expect something big to be a big cliffhanger at the end of 1014 then. And I probably would imagine that Oda... So everybody wants to know when Act 3 is going to end. And everybody wants, you know, more Reverie stuff and everything like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if Oda wanted volume 100 to just be the Straw Hats doing things. So I don't think we're going to get that break until after 1014, unless it's so huge and that's what Oda wants for the thing. But yeah, I could see 1014 being like a big Luffy chapter then. Yeah, I did think it was TTK, but it is TTBM. So, I just switched up the Yonko, guys. It's okay. People still want an impression stream. I wonder how long that... how long could I actually go on with impressions for? We do have to figure out, since it's a break, we do have to figure out what we're going to do next week. You know, maybe it'll just be like a hangout. Maybe I'll do some, maybe I will do some impressions. Maybe I'll try and remember which ones I can do from One Piece. You know, some will be good. Some will be okay. I don't think any will be bad. Not going to do an impression live and put it out into the ether if it's not like okay. Yeah. This guy Pia said several of my friends got into it during the pandemic. One of them got to Dressrosa in like 2 months. I'm not surprised. You know, it's like I have the One Piece video on my channel. It's my return to One Piece YouTube. And that thing blew up during the pandemic. You know, Had like a couple of thousand views, nothing special, and then like now it's the most watched video on the channel, over 100,000 views. But at the peak of the pandemic, like it immediately shot up to like 60,000 in no time. Dan DiCarlo, my guy, the guy who drew the Jolly Roger for the channel. Why not rate the color spreads? Maybe. I mean, but that only works if we can see them. So I'd have to figure out how to do some sort of screen sharing thing. I don't know how to do that. I know a lot of other, like my guy MD King, he does a lot of like tier list streams and stuff like that, and he can share his screen, but I don't know how to do that. I'd have to figure it out. Chin says Galaxy wants a Blackbeard theory from Randy this week. Galaxy always wants a Blackbeard theory from me, but what am I going to say that hasn't already been said? What are the things that I think about Blackbeard? I think he's got a Cerberus Devil Fruit already, maybe. And that's why he was able to have 2 fruits. I think that he's going to be responsible for that. When they actually meet up, there's going to be another Davy back fight. I guess it could make it. I guess when I think of my theories, it's like the Law one and the Tama one, they're so huge, they're so expansive, and they're like 20, 30 minutes long, and then I think about these other things, and it's like, well, should I just put out a 5-8 minute video? And it's probably like, yeah, that's what people want, right? AJ wants me to do a tier list of all 3,000 characters rated. All right, cool. We'll be here all day. Eventually, I do want to do like a misunderstood villains series, and like just sort of like just talk about people like Bellamy, Parasparrow, things like that. Why they're actually good, even though a lot of people hate them. Stefan Gusan, does Rayleigh die? Maybe. If Oda wants to go full Obi-Wan, yeah. But I think that's what's going to happen to Hyogoro here. AJ1218, 24-hour Randy stream when? Yeah, we're going to do it in the style of a telethon. Call now. All right, guys. So I think I'm gonna wrap stuff up. I don't know what else there is to talk about. We'll figure out what we're gonna do. I'm thinking maybe just a hangout stream right now. I'll try and put some impressions together. I don't want to. I have impression videos on my channel already from way back. That I used to do a lot of walk-in stuff, and because I've been doing that impression for 25 years. But yeah. And that goes hand in hand with the way that my original channel was, which I used to just do impressions, and I used to dub over One Piece and Dragon Ball and like Batman the Animated Series, and like have them say stupid teenager stuff. Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. The 2005 2006 era. Take control. Take control of your gifters. Someone asked for a band impression, so there you go. AJ1218, bring on Moors or Tekking. I think either of them would be down for it. A collab stream. Yeah. I mean, then I'd have to figure out how to do a collab. Because I've done them with other people, but I haven't done them on my channel yet. Morge did make a cameo in the last stream that we did, in the foreshadowing stream. It was actually pretty hilarious. We started talking about Boombuku, and then out of nowhere, Morge was like, "We talking about teapots over here?" That was funny. I'd be down, but I've never had a conversation with Morge, actually. Tekking, I have talked with, because we did a trivia thing once. Justin O'Malley, thanks for stopping by, man. I'll think about it. You know, in the comments, give me some more ideas of stream ideas, you know, collabs. If you guys actually want me to do collabs with people, you know, like, tweet at these guys, at them, you know, whatever, you know, like, put it in their ears and stuff, and you know, if there's enough demand for it, you know, then they'll probably want to do it. Giovanni, we have faith in you for the collab. Yes, Morge would be great. And he mentioned you in his last vid, I think. Yeah, someone said that he mentioned me. You know, that's cool. Maxo says more, I'm D King, I'm Randy Troy. Yeah. Villains collab with I'm D King. Morge didn't like the new Big Mom development at all, says Bill. Then that might make for an interesting conversation then. You know, and you know, there can be some discourse, and we can talk about everything relating to Big Mom. Yeah, I'll think about it. Slide into some DMs, I guess. That's true, Chin. A lot of content creators don't like Big Mom. I do. Big Mom is my favorite Yonko. Until I see more of Shanks, Big Mom's my favorite Yonko. Sawyer would be a fun collab, but I've never really seen him do collabs. You know, like a lot of the rest of the community gets together and they collab on stuff, but I like never see that with Sawyer. But I like his stuff. Ibrahim, yeah, I'm wrapping things up here pretty soon. Hell yeah, you like Big Mom. You're a man of culture, my dude. Yeah. I'm gonna start sending unsolicited One Piece pics, they said. That's good. Bozo D. Shanks, I should be in the next Reverie. Yeah, I'd do it. If you know, I would definitely do it if they asked. I don't know when they're gonna do another one, but yeah. But yeah. Alrighty, guys. This was great. This is a solid chapter. You know, we had Saitama action. We had Killer versus Hawkins, which was unexpected. We had Captain Woosop show up. Pine cone explosion. His masterful victory pose, which I can't wait to see animated. Yeah, it's a shame that Golden Week is coming up, but when One Piece returns, we'll also have the character poll will be out, so we'll see if 1004 bumped up Tama's numbers, because the previous top 50 came out before that would have taken effect. And really seeing Tama turning the tides, But they did release, if you go on Reddit, they did release the numbers 150 to 200. And interestingly enough, like, Momonosuke was in 180 or something. Like, I don't know, I don't remember what number he was, but he was in between 150 and 200, and so was Jack. So people still don't like Momonosuke, and apparently, surprisingly enough, people don't like Jack. Not enough to put him in the top 100, or even the top 150. So that's an interesting list to look at. There's a lot of characters there that was like, that's wow. Let's see. Realistically, there's some people that are going against me saying that Big Mom's my favorite Yonko, and a lot of other people are saying that they agree with me. Big Mom is the most developed Yonko. Like, it shouldn't be any surprise if someone says Big Mom's their favorite Yonko. She's the only one that's had a flashback so far, a meaningful one. She's had the most screen time. She's interesting. She's layered. So, yeah. Like, if I said Shanks, it would be pure hype. If I said Blackbeard, there's more claim for that. If I said Kaido, it's sort of unwarranted until we get his flashback. At that point, you're just kind of going off of design, I think. Hood Spirit, even top 200 is good for a series that has 950 plus characters. This is true. Yeah. All right. Cool stuff, guys. This is a lot of fun. It's always fun. I'm happy for the community that we're building here. I love seeing you guys come, and hang out with me. We've got a ton of regulars at this point, and it's fun. We get to sit here and talk about One Piece, and that's who else really gets to do that, right? Other than other One Piece content creators and all of us. So, yeah. Thanks again, guys. Glad you joined me. I'm sure there was a lot of hype because there was Tama action in this chapter. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of tweets and ats about TTK being dead. But it's TTBM boys now. So everybody, TTBM boys activate. We did it. All right, guys. So we'll see. We'll do, since it's an off week. I'll probably do the stream on Saturday. And we'll figure something out. Whether it's a hangout, whether it's going to have a vibe, anything like that. You guys bring questions. You guys leave what you want in the comments. Yeah, that'll be it. We're done for today, guys. Savage.
Savage.
TTK forever.